Today, Precarious plays
1080 Snowboarding. Okay. I practiced this game until I could beat hard mode, as you can see here. Right, because I unlocked Dragon Cave.
Yeah.
And posted a time.
Yeah, I have something to say about Dragon Cave.
Just wanted to point that out because while we both practiced between sessions, I have every confidence that all of our accumulated skill, now that we are trying to record, is going to evaporate in a puff of powder.
Yeah, I'm a little worried about that too, but I am on the board. Okay, so I did do it. What do you want to do first?
This is all you. You're the one that wanted to go again.
How do you just go to the different maps?
Time attack.
Okay. Because I want to sort of warm up on all the different maps. And so I also played between, but I didn't play like crazy. But I just played enough to get better and to be having fun.
Mm-hmm.
But that said, I played pretty much exclusively with her. It's Ayumi, right?
Akari, I think. Hold on, Chris,
Akari?
go back. Press A now, and it should bring her name up again. Akari, yeah.
Oh, it's Akari Hayami.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Akari. So, I practiced a whole bunch with Akari. And so I'm not going to try to use any other snowboarder. Also, let's see.
I feel like you can probably skip the first two because
we've seen them a lot.
Right.
What was the one that was giving me trouble on time attack? I don't know. Let's go to Mountain Village despite its weird lack of snow.
Mountain Village kept tripping me up whenever I was playing between sessions. It's the one that I failed on most, you know? I actually eventually went into the time attack mode just so I could practice it repeatedly because only getting like a handful of tries during a match race was brutal.
Yeah, so I at least saw, I think I got to the bottom of each of the maps, despite my current performance.
That we have unlocked.
Yeah, that we have unlocked. Yes, of course.
Well, there's another map that I don't think I've ever seen in my life.
Really?
Yeah, Deadly Fall. I don't think I...
Well, maybe you don't want to see it in your life because then it ends it. Deadly Fall? You get it?
Yeah, I got it.
Oh.
It just wasn't very good.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but I'm really enjoying playing this.
I don't know. I'm still in kind of a funk because of Minish Cap.
Yeah, I'm pretty mad about Minish Cap too. But I also wanted to talk about this a little bit in relation to... Shoot! What's the game that we just played with, like, the Sea-Doos? Wave Race.
Jet skis, Wave Race 64, yeah.
Who put a road here? Why is there a road here? I think that despite the fact that I enjoy playing this game, this game has the same problem where some of the racers are just better at certain things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe this way.
And I might argue that it feels more pronounced in this one because I tried a few different boards, and for me the effect was not appreciable. I could not sense a difference between the different boards.
Yeah, well, I might not make it to the bottom of this mountain because I keep having little crashes.
Just hang left. It is rough.
But maybe I will make it. I mean, that's it right there. Okay. So, anyways, I didn't bother doing the races because it just made me angry. And I was like, no, I want to have a good time. And so I did.
Here, let me warm up. Let me give it a go.
All right. Yeah.
Here, you hold on.
That was not very good for me. But I did make it to the bottom, which was not happening initially.
On that course, it's an accomplishment. It's an achievement getting to the bottom because it's just such a...
It's weird.
It is full of hazards. Okay, now let me see if I can remember all the controls. What is the control for jumping? Is it the top face button?
It's the right face button. And it just kind of pops you up a little bit.
Yeah.
And then you want to hold the trigger when, like, as you're coming down from a jump because it helps you sort of meet the ground with your board.
Right.
And the stick is your center of gravity, essentially. I was thinking about it as legs, but then I was like, no, it's actually more like arms or torso. And I was like, no, it's just how you shift your weight. And then since I changed the way I thought about that, everything made sense. And then I was like, well, now I know how I'm messing up. Now I know what I'm doing wrong. It all makes sense. I put my weight too far back on the board, so it's stuck in the snow and I did a cartoonish fall. Or I put too much weight on the nose of the board and then I flipped forward like that. Or I leaned sideways too far while holding down the crouch button, which made me like speed forward and sideways.
Now, one thing that I think is quite counterintuitive is that I generally have found greater success on this course by trying to stick to the road.
Yeah.
Which is backwards, I think. In the snowboarding game.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Nope,
no, you're fine. You're fine.
Yeah. Although that was a weird, like, dead stop.
I didn't know you could even do that. I mean, I've stopped by turning sideways. Okay, turn now. Oh.
You don't know what I tripped over.
I don't know what you tripped over either. There are definitely little pieces of environment that you can just sort of fall on.
Okay, see, that wasn't too much worse than my winning time.
Yeah, you're still under 2 minutes. But I don't know, I just really have had and will continue to have a good time with this game. I wish it was on the Switch.
For the portability?
Yeah, because then I would play it all the time. Because it gives me the same sort of joy that Katamari does.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not all that complicated. It's not a very...
I would say that it's intuitive.
Yeah.
I don't agree that it's not complicated.
Well...
Because there's a lot of minute actions and judgments to make moment to moment. Here you go. Trade.
Okay. I think I'm just gonna do another map.
Okay.
But to put it differently...
Ooh, do Dragon Cave.
Okay.
To put it differently.
Yeah, to put it differently, it's not so much that it's so simple, it's just that a lot of games now, it's like you have like an entire storeroom of stinking gear and potions and tidbits that you fold together, and you have all these relationships that you have to maintain, and there's all of this.
Games now? What are you talking about, you
Okay,
old
all right,
fogey?
all right.
That's not...
My current the other games that I'm currently playing require a lot more mental and emotional labor than trying to get down the mountain without eating a fistful of snow. And I really appreciate this game for that because it still gives me something fun to do. Ooh, boy. See, this is a rope bridge.
You know
what
I think might be coloring your impression there?
What?
Even though you have become much more independent in the hobby since we started the show together.
Yay, mission accomplished.
Even though you've become much more independent, like there are games that you have played and even beaten that I haven't.
Yeah.
That, with the exception of, I guess, Mega Race, that was not something that happened before this. Like you've played a lot of Horizon Zero Dawn, and that's a game that I have very little interest in playing.
Really? I really like it. Although, again, lots of stuff going on there.
Yeah, I have some ideas about why you do and I don't. But that'll be a topic of discussion for a different episode, I think. The point is that as I've gotten older and rentals, like video game rentals, have become harder to like dabbling in games has become a little bit more difficult. My taste for purchases has definitely skewed to the...
Ooh, that was pretty good. Not necessarily very fast, but...
Yeah, you didn't
it was much
beef
better.
It. You didn't run out of HP. My taste is skewed to towards games that give you like a lot of value per dollar. No, don't. You gotta hit delete. Because those are my initials.
I know. I thought
time doer.
I was trying to use the D-pad and it does not work.
Okay. But
yeah.
You like I feel like even though it's been a while since I played it, to me it immediately sounded like you were thinking about Dragon Age Inquisition, which is a premiere. It is a high quality game with relationships and a whole bunch of stuff.
Oh yeah,
potions and junk.
I think that we should probably try something. I don't know. I want to look at all of the maps again.
I've got something in mind that I want to do in the next episode, but just to finish right now.
Yeah.
I think that I have stopped purchasing games like this. They still exist. There are still smaller, tidier, simpler titles. I just don't buy them. And if I don't buy them, and you look at like the storefronts of a lot of these and a lot of these services now, and they're just so bloated, and they have, you know, hundreds of titles, and there's so many conflicted, competing elements.
Yeah.
Where sometimes games, like, to make it to market, usually there had to be like a minimum guaranteed level of quality in this era. At the very least, there were not so many games coming out that the stinkers, the really bad titles, became notorious for it.
Yeah.
A couple weeks out, and everybody on the playground would know to stay away from, I don't know, what's a game from this time period that wasn't great.
I mean, it's not from the time period, but E.T. is the world's biggest flop.
Right, yes. So E.T. for the Atari, there would have only been one E.T. in that time period.
Yeah.
Everybody would have known.